Yes, no everyone, welcome back to my second channel. Where today it's gonna be a weird one because it's really just gonna be me talking. You've seen the title, you know what it's about, the college experience. Now today was my last day in college, so I wanted to talk about it because some people are looking at going to college or already in it. So I want to give my piece because other opinions and all that. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, excuse the different camera angle. It's different to my last video because it was propped up on my PC. And my PC got taken today to go and get repaired because it's been broken for fucking ages. So forgive the different camera angle. I know I'm a bit lower down, a little bit closer, but I have to make do. You're on top of my Xbox for the time being. Anyway, let's get into this. So, the college experience, what did I think of it? I thought college was okay. I did. I think it's one of those things, you either enjoy it or you don't. Now, me, I did 2 years in college, so I have a little bit more than some people. I know some people only did 1 year and some people didn't even get one. But I did two and I finished two, so I won't go too in depth of what I did at college or about my college. I'll just talk about my experience. And basically, my first year was absolute bliss. It was an absolute fever dream, honestly. I met one of my best mates, and I mentioned him in my first video on this channel, other than Jack, or just Jack. I genuinely, the top reason of why I'll probably miss college because I won't get the chance to see him. But yeah, he was honestly top for me going college. Obviously my other mates as well, but he was definitely top. He got me through my second year. He really did. So yeah, big ups to my man. But as I said, my first year was an absolute fever dream. It was brilliant. Everything went my way. I got a really good grade. I really enjoyed it. And that was really that. I had a great tutor. I was with obviously all the people that I met my first year, like all my mates, my original college friends were obviously in that year and in my class. So it worked. It was really, really good. And then second year rolled around, and and this isn't me throwing shade at any like tutors or anything, because I know it's hard, but a lot of things didn't go my way and my class's way in the second year. So we had a tutor who had to leave, and we had a tutor that just had to stop. So there was those, and bear in mind the tutor that had to stop was actually my tutor in my first year. So honestly, I won't say the name, but just know, I know you won't watch this, but I miss you. That was the tutor situation, and the course itself was a lot more than I expected. I got told that it would still be a bigger course and that there would be more things like your assignments and your different type of courses within the course and stuff like that. So I knew about that already, but it was just the way it all went about. I had a tutor who previously wasn't actually technically a tutor, but he pulled it out of the bag. He did really, really well, and I made him, like, I let him know that today as well. I really did, like, thank him for what he did, because I knew it was difficult on him as well, especially taking over what he had to, the absolute fucking train wreck that was going on. And then I had another tutor who, she did a job, I suppose. Looking back on it now, she delivered what she was supposed to, but that was really about it. There was no going around the class and helping out, or there was no like really going over things. It was just, I'm going to show you how to do this and go and do it, which I don't agree with. You can't just explain something once and expect it to click into everyone's head. It don't work like that. But even still though, being in her lesson, it was still really chill, and she was a great teacher and an even better person than a tutor. But still, the actual teacher aspect, that I'd harshly say improve, but I'd humanly say that she did her best. That's all she could do really, because nothing really changed for her. So she just got on with it. But she understood the issue going on with the other aspects of the course. So yeah, it was one of those. But going back to first year, everything was understood. Everything was delivered well. There was help when there needed to be, and there was just everything. It was perfect. Like, nothing could have gone better in my first year. And then, second year rolled around, and all the stuff I just said then, it was difficult to move from that to that. Very difficult and very different. Now, I'll say this as well, because I'm not afraid to say it either, because there were some very, very, very smart people in my course, or what was my course. I did a BTEC, so if you don't know what a BTEC is, I'll do a quick little explanation now. Basically, it's the primary course you pick in that area, along with people who didn't pass, say, their maths and English, or they did pass their English, didn't pass the maths, or they passed the maths and didn't pass their English. It's that, basically, to put it bluntly, very simply, and that's about it. Anyway, I did this BTEC, and this course in this level 2 BTEC, it was great, I guess. It was a similar theme, I suppose, to what I was doing in my first year, but a lot more. And if you ask me, even though I say that my first year was really well, it went really well and it was just really good, I don't think it prepared us enough for the jump. But still though, the level 2, there were things we understood, there were things we didn't, and that's probably why it ended the way it did for me. Because it didn't end very well for me. Don't get me wrong, I didn't get kicked out, but it really didn't go the way that I wanted it to, especially coming off the first year that I had. But I know for some in my course it did go really well for them, even though some of them were first years and things like that. It went really well for them, but it just didn't really click for me. But this is the thing that I wanted to say. This is the reason why I'm recording. If you're thinking about going to college, you need to be certain that is what you want to do. You really need to know. It's going to take up it will take up your time. You will feel like you don't have a break from it. But then when you do, you'll feel like you haven't been to college in ages. And you might cherish that, or you might not. But that's what comes with college. It's a school for adults. You're gonna feel adults. You're going to feel like you're more in control than you were in high school. Trust me, you're not. It's really not the case. We were offered a lot more, given a lot more, but it's basically just high school with a few lesser steps. It's very direct, it's very upfront, and that's about it. But if you are in college, you'll know that things, you know how things are. You understand now. If you're obviously going, you don't. But if you've just done your first year, or you've just done your second year, or you've just done your third, your fourth, whatever, you'll understand some parts of where I come from when I talk about college and talk about the things that I have and the things, how I've described them and stuff like that. You'll relate to, at some points, what I say. College is one of them things. It's not really a big talking point, but for some people it really is. For some people it's not their cup of tea. It's really not. And for some people it is their cup of triple shot espresso. As a whole, I will say in the 2 years that I was in college, I enjoyed it. And I met some fantastic people and was involved in some brilliant experiences. I met people that I will remember for the rest of my life. I've done things that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and that is the vocal point for me. That's what I take away from college. Not the things I learned, not the qualifications that I got. It's the experience and the people that I met. That's what I take away anyway. I know for some people do go into college, get their head down and do the fucking work and come out with like some mad thing that can get them a job anywhere without having to do anything. But for me, I saw college as more as a social thing than anything else really, which is still good. Like, people will probably look at that and think, oh, you saw college as a social thing. You clearly didn't care. You didn't get your head down. You probably dicked about for 2 years. No, I talked about my first year. I did well in my first year. I'll sit here and say it. I'm not trying to flex it either, but I did well in my first year, and I did fairly decent in my second, I suppose. As a whole though, I did see college more as a social thing than a learning environment. And for some people it's the polar opposite. Some people absolutely hate the people in college and absolutely love the course and get their head down and just absolutely smash it. And to those people, fair dues and congratulations on whatever you came out of college with, because genuinely, I wish I was you. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't regret any decision that I made in college. Not one decision I regret making. There isn't one. There's no decision I regret. But I do wish in the second year that I locked in a little bit more. Because if I was how I was in my first year, in my second year, I'd be going back. But I made the decision upon myself that I wasn't going to. And that's why I'm not. I know my plan now, and it's a lot more obvious to me, which is new. I never really have a plan. I just let things happen. Shout out to Tame Impala. Yeah, I just let shit happen. To be honest, that was so corny. What the fuck? On a series, I do just let things happen, and that's just the way I go about myself, to be honest. Every situation, I just let it happen. I said I was gonna outro this video like while I'm recording this. I said I was gonna end the video like 4 minutes ago, and I haven't done that. Pardon me. Anyway though, I am gonna end the video here. If you have stayed to the end, thank you for watching and listening to me ramble about college, and I hope I haven't thrown you off with your idea of going, if you are planning on going, and if you are in college, I hope I haven't made you drop out. But yeah, this was me talking about college and my experience, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the rambling, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a sub, and yeah, thank you.